Alright guys, we got the Moto G8 Play coming in at 200 bucks. You can pick it up on Amazon or on eBay. This is coming to Amazon soon. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the box. You can see it comes in two colors. You can see AI triple camera. It goes over some of these specs, 4000 milliamp. Pretty plain green box. And we'll go over these specs after we get this guy out. And it already comes with the case on. This is a red one? What? I thought I got that. Alright. Well, let's put that to the side. See what else. I love that they throw in a case with these phones. User manuals. SIM ejection. Is this USB Type-C? The last Motorola phones were... Yes, this is USB Type-C. The Moto E6 and E6 Plus was micro USB, which was stupid. And then we got the charging brick right here. So the phone already comes with a case on. I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. And this is a pretty nice color. I didn't get this color. They sent it to me on accident, but it's red, but it starts to turn purple at the bottom. Oh, that's really cool. How cool is that? Look at that. That's pretty cool. Wow. So we've got triple camera setup, which I wasn't expecting at all. Flash, fingerprint scanner on the back. And then we've got the power button, volume rocker, SIM tray right here. Let's go ahead and get this off. Let's go ahead and boot this guy up. We got a water drop display, water drop notch display. See if we got any juice. It feels good in the hand. It's got a nice weight to it. Doesn't feel cheap. But that color, look at that. That's crazy. That's nice. So while that's booting up, we have a 6.2 inch display. It is a 720p display, 720 by 1520 with 271 for the PPI. We got Android 9 out of the box with the Helio P70 processor. We also have the Mali G72 GPU. We have micro SD support up to 512 gigabytes. This is the 32 gigabyte version and only 2 gigabytes of RAM. So I wasn't expecting that. For 200 bucks, I feel like you should at least get 4 or at least 3. So 2 gigs of RAM. We're gonna have to check that out and see how it manages that. 13 megapixel wide, a 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. And we have an 8 megapixel camera for the selfie camera. So we've got the headphone jack still on here at the bottom. Well, where is it at? Yeah, it's at the top. And we don't have any NFC. And we do have that 4000 milliamp battery. So if you go on GSM Arena, they're saying micro USB, but this is the OnePlus 7 charger right here, and it's USB Type-C. So I don't know why that says micro USB. It's definitely USB Type-C. Alright guys, so we're in the phone, and the first thing you're going to notice is the display. So it is a 720p display, but it still looks really good. And the phone is pretty fast. The Helio P70 processor, it's not lagging. It's pretty much a bare bones Android. It's pretty much stock Android. So as you can see there, they didn't add anything to it. They didn't add any bloatware or anything like that. So basically stock Android. Now like I said, it is a 720p display. It's an IPS, and as you can see, we got the water drop notch and kind of big bezels right here. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I think for the price, most people will find it satisfying. And the IPS panel doesn't wash out. It's a really nice panel too. So when you're watching content on here, you can watch it in 720p, and it's just fine. I think for most people, gives off some really nice colors. So I'm pretty satisfied with the display so far. Now you've got one single firing speaker, so let's go ahead and check that out. So very punchy. It's not the loudest speaker in the world, but it should be loud enough for most people. It gives off some decent kicks, so it's nothing too crazy, but I think it's loud enough for most people. Now let's go ahead and check out the fingerprint scanner and the face unlock. Works pretty good. Try it again. Almost instant. Fingerprint scanner. no issues there. So very fast. Motorola is pretty good with the fingerprint and face unlock. So on this phone you do have the Moto Actions on here, so let's go ahead and check those out. So we have the quick capture, so if you twist the phone it should open the camera. Very nice. We have the flashlight chop. We also have the one nab button, which I really don't like, but if you go ahead and click try it out, it basically just takes away and it moves us to gesture. So we can tap to go home, swipe left to go back, swipe right to the previous app, swipe up for the recent apps, and then you hold it to launch the assistant. So I'm not a huge fan of the gestures, but I'll go ahead and turn it on just to show you guys. Just swipe up like that, click it to go home, hold it for the Google Assistant. So it works, it's just that I really don't prefer it. I really just prefer the buttons, but you do have that option. You have the 3 fingerprint if you want to take a screenshot, which I really like that feature, so it works very nice. Go ahead and discard that. Let's see what else we got. We got screenshot editor if you want that on there as well. We have flip for DND, so do not disturb. So if you want that on, you just flip your phone over. Pick up to silence. You pick up the phone to silence the ringer. Media controls, you can use the volume keys to change tracks when the screen is off. It's very useful. Lift to unlock. You can lift the phone up and look at the screen to unlock it. We also have swipe to shrink, so you can make the screen smaller. So let's go ahead and try that out. Works pretty well. Now the 2 GB of RAM I was a little skeptical about, because how would this phone perform with such low RAM, but the Helio P70 does pretty good. So it's not lagging all over the place, and it does a pretty good job with multitasking. Obviously it's not going to be the best multitasker with 2 GB of RAM, but as far as performance wise, when you're multitasking, switching between applications and stuff, I think it's just fine. I really haven't had any issues so far, but I will update you guys on my full review. Now let me go ahead and show you guys the camera app on here. So I really like Motorola's camera app, the layout, especially being able to swipe over to get to the photo mode. So you have the portrait, cutout, panorama, live filter, all the regular stuff, slow motion, time lapse. If you hit this button right here, you can get to the wide angle. And then up here you have your active photos, you have your auto, and then you can shoot in full HD 1080p, and then we have the HDR. And so far, just talking about the photos, as you can see with the front facing camera, it took some pretty decent photos. It still seems like it applies like makeup to your face or whatever, but it's nothing that's gonna blow you away. Motorola's usually never been too crazy with cameras, but as you can see, I got some decent images out of here, so I'll have to test it out in the full review in the daytime, take it outside and see how it does. But so far, you pretty much get what you pay for. You can't expect anything too crazy with this guy. So the wide angle lens does work. You get a lot more stuff with this guy, so you get what you pay for. It's nice that they threw in that wide angle lens, but I'm gonna have to take it outside, test it a little bit more. But so far it's a pretty decent camera, nothing too crazy. So I am gonna do my full gaming test, but so far I haven't run into any problems playing games on here so far. So it's pretty capable. Like I said, I'm gonna test it out with some more extensive games. But so thanks for watching this video. My first impressions are the hardware on this phone for 200 bucks is really pretty. You can't really tell it's a $200 phone. It is a plastic phone, but if you get this color, you can't really see the fingerprints as well. The triple camera setup looks really modern, so it's a really nice looking phone, and it has a nice weight. It does not feel cheap at all. You have those Moto Actions as well, which a lot of people like. So overall, I'm really liking this phone so far, so be sure to stay tuned for the full review, and I will catch you guys in the next one.